In this video, I'm going to go over worksheet 2, and you may know how to do these already. So, I'm going to go through them briefly. If you have more questions or you want a better explanation or you just don't understand, please email me so I can help you. But what we're looking at in number 1, it's a 30, 60, 90. I'm given the easiest side, the base side, so I know doubling it will give me the hypotenuse. And if I multiply it by the square root of 3, that'll be the long leg. Okay, the second one, they give us, again, the short leg, which is good because we're just going to double it to get the hypotenuse. Remember, the hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. And then we're going to multiply that base side by root 3. When we do that, we'll get 5 root 6. Okay, the third one, now they're going to try to trick us a little bit. They give us the hypotenuse, which is 8. So I'm going to find the base side because it's always half of the hypotenuse. So in the first two, we went from this side and doubled it to get the hypotenuse. Then once I have that short leg, I just multiply it by root 3. Now one way that and this is a use it or lose it if it works for you, those first 3 were all 30, 60, 90s. When we get to some 45, 45, 90s at the bottom, how I know the difference, I know one has a root 3 and one has a root 2. I always think the 45, 45, 90 has 2 angles that are the same, so that's the root 2 one. It has a root 2 in it. And the 30, 60, 90 are all 3 different angles, so I use root 3 for that one. So if that helped you, great. If it didn't, lose it. Okay, number 4, this becomes our hardest case. This is the long leg. To get the short leg, we're going to do opposite of what we would have done if we had known the short leg. So we knew the short leg, we'd multiply by root 3. So I'm going to take the long leg and divide by the square root of 3. And I'll get 6. And then I'll double it for the hypotenuse. Okay, number 5. This one, again, same thing. We're given that long leg, so I'm going to divide that side by the square root of 3 to get y. And then I'm going to double it to get the hypotenuse. In number 6, this one, now I'm given that long leg again, and to get the short leg I have to divide by root 3, but I'm going to have a little bit more work on this one. I'm going to have to rationalize by multiplying by root 3 over root 3, and then simplify to get 5 root 3. And then double that, 5 root 3 times 2 will be 10 root 3 to get the hypotenuse. Number 7, this one, again, I'm given that long leg. So to find the short leg, I have to divide the long leg by root 3, but now rationalizing, I'll get 21 root 3 over 3, which is 7 root 3. And then once I get 7 root 3 for the short leg, I'm going to double it to get the hypotenuse. Okay, number 8, I'm given the hypotenuse, so I'm going to take half of it to get the short leg, and then multiply the short leg by root 3 to get the long leg. In number 9, I'm given the short leg, so I'm going to double it. So 5 root 7 doubled will be 10 root 7. And then I'm still going to take that short leg and multiply by the square root of 3 to get the long leg, which is 5 square roots of 21. And we can't do anything to simplify that, so we will leave that alone. Okay, now the 45, 45, 90s, which I think are a little bit easier. Because if you know one leg, you know the other. And to get the hypotenuse, you just multiply by the square root of 2. So in number 11, given one of the legs, so the other leg is the same. To get the hypotenuse, I have to multiply by root 2. Root 2 times root 2 is 2, times 2 is 4.